Welcome to Switch Comics. My name is Marco, and today I'm going to be showing you my favorite Black Cat covers. We start with Rawls, then moving into slabs, and then ending with a brand new slab I just added to the collection. If you were following many of my teases that I put on the channel, I do have a big slab, big book on the way in the mail, so this new slab isn't that one. That one will be coming soon. I'm still waiting for it to come in the mail. But I got a cool Black Cat slab in the mail today, so I figured, why not just go ahead and show all my Black Cat covers, all my favorite ones anyway. And yeah, so let's go ahead and get into it. So starting off, I'm going to show some Iron Cat comics, a couple of them. So this was, pretty sure this was the Ron Lim variant for the Iron Cat #1 series. Which was a pretty great cover. I do like Ron Lim's work. Not one of my favorite artists, but every now and then I'll see some of his work and it catches my eye. And then I also have the Momoko Iron Cat #1, which is a pretty sweet cover as well. Love all these like energy things going on around. Adds a lot of fun energy. And then we're gonna move into Black Cat, regular Black Cat, but stick with the Momoko. I got a few of them. You all know, if you've been watching the channel, you know I like Momoko. So this is Black Cat. What issue number is this? Number 8 from the series right before Iron Cat, and I like this one. It's pretty different, has some really soft covers with this big black background. Not my favorite Momoko. We'll be getting into that later. But definitely one that I still do appreciate. And then we also have Mary Jane and Black Cat, which is a pretty fun one. Them leaning up on a motorcycle. Again, another Momoko. This one I think makes an awful virgin cover because the trade dress just disappears. And that. And then there's just like blank space. This one is meant to have a trade dress on it. But anyway, really do like that cover. And then I have one more Momoko, and then I promise I want to get to the other artists. But y'all know I like Momoko, and I like okay, for one more Momoko for right now until we get to slabs. And this is Spider-Man 92. It is the 1 in 25 variant. Only thing I don't like about this is the Stormbreakers tag that they put up there. I don't know. It just makes it look a little cheesy. I don't really like the Stormbreakers logo. But otherwise, a pretty great cover. I know some people, and I didn't get this at first, a lot of people see this and think Galactus instantly, but it is a cat. So she's all crawled up, and then, that's the cat's ears, got the eye there, and then that's the cat's back and the cat's tail. So pretty fun and interesting little concept. I think it's done pretty well. The only downfall is that I think for most people is going to make you instantly think of Galactus. Now, moving on, this isn't exclusively a Black Cat cover, but she is on there, and I wanted to go ahead and add it into there. Almost dropped it. Because this is a piece by Mirka Andolfo, which I really enjoy Mirka Andolfo's work, but she very rarely really does any Marvel books. So, yeah, when this one came out, I decided to snag it up. Only real criticism I have on this is there's a lot of space here on the sides, and I wish Black Cat and Jubilee were just pushed to the side a little bit, because you really are eclipsing America Chavez here, and I feel like every character really is pretty prominent in the cover here, and if they just were spread a little further, you'd get to see America Chavez. And I think that I mean, it's still an awesome cover, but I think it could have had a little tweak done to it. And then we have Black Cat #3. Now this cover is done by Inyuk Lee, and again a pretty solid cover. I do really enjoy Inyuk Lee. Inyuk Lee has a few other Black Cats I don't have that I do want to add to the collection. Which, by the way, I should mention. This is all the books that I currently have. I won't be showing any that I don't have. There are some other Black Cat covers. I don't want all of them. I'm not like I have to have everything Black Cat. But there are other covers I definitely would like to get. But I'm just going to be showing you the ones that I actually do own, which is quite a bit. And then I can't remember this guy's last name. It's Gerald something, I can't remember now, but a pretty good cover. This one I do like. There's this is one of those ones where this is like the regular trade dress. There's a virgin cover without without the trade dress, and then there's another one that's like I don't know what you would call it, where the whole background's removed and it's just black, and it's like I think even the chair's gone, and it's kind of weird. But this one, the regular cover, I mean, and even the virgin cover, I do think are pretty sweet covers. I cannot remember the name of that artist though. And then this one is Black Cat #1 by Ryan Brown. I'm not a huge fan of Ryan Brown's work. A lot of his stuff I think is kind of muddy, and to a degree this one is a little bit, but I do think is still pretty good. I think there could have been a little bit of definition to pop her out of the background, and her, I don't know, maybe a little bit more definition in the face. I think it gets a little muddy, but overall I still think is a pretty solid cover, and added it to the collection. And then we have Spider-Man 152. This is a J. Scott Campbell cover. I'm not a huge J. Scott Campbell fan. He has a tendency to make them a little too thin in the waist, in my opinion. I know a lot of people really like it, but sometimes to me it looks like they're about to snap in half. But I do like this cover. I really like the big moon in the background. Her having the cat ears is a fun little addition. This is, part of the Ultimate Universe, so she has cat ears in that universe. And I just think it's a fun little something different. And again, yeah, just done pretty well. And that's going to be the conclusion of my raw books. And now we're going to move into my slabs. And I do want to say, because I'm only showing you books that I do have, I have to say that I do own Spider-Man, was it 192, First Appearance of Black Cat? I own that book, but it's been at CBCS forever now. I had one graded. If you go back to some older videos, like a year ago, I had one graded, and then I got in a raw book that was, in my opinion, a bit better quality. And because I think, what was my graded one now? A 6.0 maybe? Something like that. I think it was a 6.0. And I was like, I think this one should probably be about a 7. I don't know. But anyway, so I was like, I'll get this one graded. It was at a weird time where I thought I'd be getting it back fairly soon. And then here I am more than a year later, I think, or about a year later, something like that. And I still don't have it back. So I don't know what's up with that. But anyway, I do own the book, I guess, if it ever comes back. I've been very tempted just to buy another one at this point. I do miss having that book. Obviously, I'm a big Black Cat fan. So yeah, I that's my one little exception to talk about a book I don't have, is because I should have it. I bought it. And my other one, by the way, so I had one, like I said, I had a graded one, and then I got a raw one that to me looked like it was going to grade better, and a friend of mine was looking for the book, so I was like, you know what, I'll sell you this one I have. I got another one that should be coming back soon from grading. Little did I know, I would have kept that other one for sure. And I honestly, even if I kind of was planning on keeping both copies anyway, it was just because a friend was looking for that book, and I was like, okay, I got two, I'll sell you one, But anyway, let's go ahead and move on into the slabs. We are sticking with J. Scott Campbell, though. We have Spider-Man 607, which I meant to show you these in reverse order, but whatever. So I do. This is my favorite of all J. Scott Campbell's books. A lot of people are gonna. I feel like a lot of people prefer the other cover I'm about to show you, but this one to me was always my favorite. I thought it's really fun and playful with her wearing, the Spider-Man shirt. I think the background's done pretty minimalistically, but in a good way to keep focus on the piece. But yeah, it's my favorite part about this, because J. Scott Campbell's a good artist, obviously, but I really like the playfulness of this one is what really elevates it for me. But yeah, I screwed up the order a little bit. So now I have Spider-Man 606, and this is the kissing cover with MJ in the background. But like, oh no, and see, MJ to me, I don't know. That's like too skinny and weirdly defined and stuff, and I don't know. But then like I don't know. I really like the Black Cat. I think the Black Cat's done really nice. But I mean, don't get me wrong. I do really like this cover. And again, with a very minimal, nothing background except for MJ back there, puts the focus. And to me, this piece has a lot of energy to it as well, you know. And that's what's fun about both of those. Is it is really good storytelling through just a single image. So I do like both of those covers a lot. The Spider-Man's done really well too. I didn't mention him, but Spider-Man's done really well. But I do prefer the 607. Now, moving on to my favorite Momoko Black Cat is her cover. Let's see, what was this for? Sanctum Sanctorum Comics Oddities. I'm not familiar with that. There's so many companies that put out exclusive covers now. I don't keep up with them all, and there's probably other Black Cat covers that are exclusive covers that I don't know about. They make too many of them, and I can't keep up. But this one is absolutely gorgeous. Probably one of my all-time favorite Momoko pieces. Again, great color. What I really like about this one, there's a lot of things, but I love all the jewelry and everything all over the place. But I love just the flow of hair everywhere and the energy that creates. And again, just the good colors and soft tones that Momoko use, I think, are all really nice in this piece. And then we're getting towards the end. I don't have a ton of slabs. Like I said, there's probably more I want to get. Eventually, I'm going to be changing up my setup. And I was going to maybe do like a separate little wall just for Black Cat. But I think I'm going to end up expanding this wall somehow. Either if it goes further that way, or I might be getting rid of the couch and it might be going to the ground. Or maybe both. I don't know yet. But anyway, so I think it's all just going to go on one big wall is kind of the new plan. But yeah, Black Cats are going to go together. So then I have Black Cat Infinity Score, or Giant Size Black Cat, that's what it is. Infinity Score 1. Now this is a Ji-Young Lee cover, which is absolutely gorgeous. I don't mind having the trade dress. There is a Virgin variant that's the 1 in 100 that's fairly expensive. I mean, nothing too crazy, but it's definitely a lot pricier than this. This is like $50. The only thing that kills it for me is having this big barcode. I don't mind the trade dress at all. I think looks fine. Helps fill that negative space. I think looks good. The barcode kills it for me. So eventually one day I might swap this out for the Virgin variant, which is, I mean, it's just such a gorgeous piece, and I love Ji-Young Lee's work. I wish he was doing more stuff currently, but he's working on his own book, I believe, at the moment. So, anyway, now moving on to this one. I just showed off in my short yesterday, if you watched that. But we have, this isn't, what book is this? This is Spider-Man #1. This is the new Spider-Man series, came out not too long ago. And this is the Art Germ variant that was exclusive to his store. He released, so there was a regular cover. It was split down the middle between Mary Jane and Black Cat. And then he released exclusive covers of just, the Virgin variant of Black Cat and the Virgin variant of Mary Jane. And he released them together. It took me a little while, but I eventually found someone to sell me just the Black Cat one. The Mary Jane one is great, and I love Art Germ, but I was like, I just want the Black Cat one. And then I sent this one in and recently got it back at a 9.8, which it's a pretty hard cardstock type paper, so I felt pretty good about it getting a 9.8. Despite seeing a lot of 9.6s on eBay for sale, I was like, oh, maybe it's not as easy as I thought, but I got the 9.8, and I love this cover. It is one of my absolute favorite Art Germs, and I love Art Germ. He's one of my favorite current artists. Now, this is the last book I have. It is like I said, new book, just added to collection, never seen before on my channel. And an artist that I've just recently kind of started getting into. I think I might just have maybe one book from this artist. If I recall correctly. But without further ado, we have Black Cat #9 by Sabine Rich. And this is the Virgin variant. It was fairly inexpensive to go ahead and get the Virgin variant, so I was like, screw it, whatever. And I think I was just watching it, and then they sent me an offer that was pretty good, and I was like, yeah, let's go ahead and make that happen. Let's see, this was is that Unknown Comics? Yeah, Unknown Comics exclusive. And yeah, I've recently started looking at a bunch of Sabine Rich art, and noticed that she did a Black Cat cover, and I was like, well, I gotta get that. And she has lots of other great pieces as well. So I definitely probably will be adding more Sabine Rich to my collection at some point. But very happy to have that one, and that is my current Black Cat collection. If there's any really awesome covers that you know of, please let me know, especially if they're exclusive covers or like ratio variants or something, because it gets to be a lot out there, and I get very overwhelmed with all that, and so I lose sight of a bunch of those types of covers. But if there's any that you are absolutely in love with, like I said, minus her first appearance, I do have that technically. I'm just waiting for it to come back. I want it so bad. But yeah, if there's any really cool Black Cat books, I'd love to know about them. If they are must-adds to the collection. Like I said, there are a few that I know of that I already want to add to the collection. But yeah, just haven't got around to it yet. Yeah, that's all I have. Like I said, stay tuned. I have a big key coming in the mail. And the only hint I'll give you, it's not really a hint. It's just a further teaser, actually. But it is a Yellow Label book. And it's kind of a triple threat. It's doing three big things. And I'm not saying like a triple key. It is a double key. Okay, that's a hint. But anyway, but it is a triple threat. It's a big key. I don't want to say anything else. But there's two other really cool things about it that are pretty big and significant. But I don't want to ruin the surprise. But I just ordered that yesterday. So, and I think I got a sweet deal on it too. I'm very happy with the price I paid on it. But yeah, that should hopefully be coming in sometime next week, and I'm super excited to share that with you all. Thank you all so much for watching the video. Like I said, if there is any Black Cat covers that I didn't have in this list that you think should be, let me know about it in the comments below. And that's gonna be it for today. If you like this type of video, if you want to see more characters that I do this with, she's probably my biggest focus as far as like slabbed, but I do have a lot of like Magic covers. Most of them are raw. I have, various other artists like Art Germ, Art Adams, David Mack. If you'd like to see more types of videos like this, let me know. And I also could maybe do big long videos like this, or I could just do like little shorts where I just show a few things real quick. So let me know what sounds more interesting to you, and also like maybe some characters I don't have that much to show, so it would just make more sense as a short. But this way I also get to talk about it and talk about all the artists and stuff like this when I do a big video. So I don't know, maybe you like them short, maybe you like them long. I don't know, just let me know what you think about it in the comments down below. Thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you next time.